2 weeks ago, I posted a video and it blew up. There are currently over 650,000 views. That makes it the highest viewed video of all Austin area real estate channels. Today, I want to go over some of the things I've learned. First of all, there are a lot of very talented content creators here in Austin doing real estate related videos. And clearly, the video I did seemed to resonate with a lot of people. I think it's primarily because of the topic and the presentation. So I would anticipate that a lot of these other creators will start to change things up on how they do things, trying to duplicate some of the success that I had. But that doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be more competition. The number of real estate agents out there who are doing YouTube videos is a very small percentage of all the real estate agents in the area. Then if you look at the number of those real estate agents who make videos who actually get to a couple of thousand subscribers, that is a very small group. Now, I've long recognized that if somebody out there is watching my videos, they're also watching these other YouTube creator videos as well. And if they did have a real estate need, want to buy or sell a house, they're going to make a decision on who they're going to call based on what they see in these videos. So it is a competition in that respect, but the real challenge is to create content that people actually want to watch. And that really has nothing to do with who else is out there making videos or how popular they may have been a year ago or 2 years ago. One of the biggest surprises was all the negative comments about my description of the realities of the local politics. I think it's safe to say that if you talk about Austin politics, that can really stir things up. It seems to be a very sensitive issue for a lot of people. I think that if we look at some of these comments, a couple of trends become apparent. Number one, there are a lot of people that just don't like Austin. They may never have been here before, but they just don't like it. The other thing is there are a lot of people who just have a difficult time seeing things from someone else's perspective. If the only thing you know about Austin is that it is the little blue dot in this big sea of red, and that's all you know, it's probably going to be very difficult for you to see it from someone from California's perspective who moved here and was probably expecting a lot more liberal policies than what they actually experienced. You got to remember that the state government operates in that Capitol building right in the middle of downtown. And they have shown time and time again that whenever Austin goes a little bit too far, they have the power to reel them back in.
Any city that defunds police departments will have its property tax revenue frozen at the current level.
The state's big three in Fort Worth threatening to freeze property tax revenue for cities who divert money from police departments, pointing the finger squarely at the state's capital city.
What they have done in Austin should never happen in any city in the state, and we're going to pass legislation to be sure that it never happens again. And I hope that legislation, in its final form, will roll back what they've done.
And you don't have that kind of power struggle in the larger cities in California because there's not only a supermajority in the cities, but in the state government as well. The video talked about what's happening now, but to anticipate what's coming next requires a completely different mindset. When you talk about forecasting, you really need to adopt that investor mindset because what you're doing is you're trying to see things that no one else can see. And in order to do that, you must be able to anticipate trends. Like I discussed in the video, last year the population of Austin declined, but the suburbs are booming. Now, is that a one-time thing or a trend? Well, if it's a trend, then we could probably assume that values inside the city are going to decline, where values outside in the suburbs are going to increase, which is actually the way it's been since probably the 1950s. Over the last 10 or 15 years or so, though, there's been this emphasis on urban living. And that's not just in Austin, but that's all over the country. So then the question is has that trend reached a tipping point where it's going to begin to move the other way? Or, again, is it just a one-time thing and it's going to continue? The increased views and big jump in subscribers could also have an impact in the future of my YouTube channel. I like to think that I can continue to make videos that are going to appeal to a large number of people. But that's going to really depend on the types of topics that I talk about. Not all topics relating to Austin area real estate are going to appeal to somebody in Wyoming or Minnesota. But you never know. My cousin was flipping a house in California and wound up getting a TV show that lasted several seasons. I mean, all those flippers on HGTV, they're hurting right now because of all the uncertainties in the market. And a station like that needs to have content that people want to watch. I'm just going to concentrate on making quality videos and getting better in my video production skills. Maybe this was a one-off and I'll never have another video do this well, or maybe it's the beginning of many more.